Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Crush That Exam Success Stories. My name is Dr. Erica Liggins, licensed clinical psychologist and founder and CEO of the Crush That Exam program. And yet again, I'm here to sit down with someone who has crushed the exam and who's here to tell us their amazing story of triumph. So I turn the floor over to you. Would you please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're located, so that we can get to know you a bit?
Sure. Hi, my name is Manizeh. I am originally from California, but now I live in Chicago. I've been here for 3.5 years now. And I was able to pass, thankfully.
Yes, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about like when you graduated, where did you go to school, and what type of work are you doing?
Yeah. So I went to Alliant International University, the California School of Professional Psychology. I graduated May 2023. And I have been in postdoc since September 2023. Um, and I am a general practitioner. So right now I'm working at a nonprofit and I work across lifespan. So therapy, my youngest right now is like 3, oldest is like in her, I think like late 50s. So work across lifespan. I also do couples therapy, families therapy, and then I also like to do some testing. So a little bit of everything. I like the variety.
I love it. Keeping it exciting and fresh and different with different ages. Oh, and
Exactly.
it now it feels so good to be soon fully licensed and able to just fly and do
Yeah.
whatever it is you want to do, which is very
Yeah.
exciting.
I am very, very excited.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about what was your study experience like prior to starting the Crush That Exam coaching program?
So I did not have any. So I came in very green. I I knew this exam was going to be difficult for me because there's not really like a place to start. I didn't, or at least I didn't have that. I am someone who like likes the accountability, likes the structure. Even when I was doing my dissertation, I tried to create that for myself. But with an exam, I felt like it was very different. So right when I felt like I was starting ready to start studying is when I came to crush that exam because I wanted that support from the get-go.
Yes, which is actually quite rare.
Yeah.
You know, you and I have talked about that a lot of times people come into this licensing exam process and they may not be fully aware of just how challenging it really is going to be. You know, they might feel like, well, I've got some letters behind my name. I got this under control. And they don't realize just how taxing and challenging and overwhelming it really is. And so they may not seek support from the beginning because they just don't see the need for it.
Mhm.
And sometimes may wait until they've had some really difficult struggles, but you had a very different experience. You were like, nope,
Yeah,
I want
I knew I
help
needed
from
it.
the beginning.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, how did you hear about us?
So my like one of my supervisors is so also in Illinois. So I think he saw one of like the events in like a list sort of maybe. So
Mhm.
he sent it to me and he encouraged me to like attend because he knew I was going to start studying. And I was like, this is exactly what I needed. And he also supported me by like paying for the materials in the beginning.
Mhm.
So that was also really helpful.
Absolutely. When training sites and schools come together and help alleviate some of the burden around the cost, or even linking you, like in your case,
Yeah.
like finding a resource that could help in supporting and linking you, because
Mhm.
otherwise, I don't know if you would have heard about us.
Yeah, I really, it honestly just perfect timing fell into my lap kind of thing.
Absolutely. So your experience really goes to show when people get the proper support
Yeah.
at the outset, it changes the whole game. And you're
Yep.
doing this, as a person of color who,
Mm,
statistically speaking, you did not have super high chances of passing this test on the first try.
Yeah.
But because you had the awareness due to the support of your supervisor connecting you, and then also some financial support to also alleviate that burden, you got connected and were able to really utilize all of this help, which made
Yeah.
a world of difference.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
what are a couple of things that you really liked most about the Crush That exam coaching program?
I think the number one thing would be, or I guess two things, like if I were to like accountability and structure. So I think I really had no idea how to start studying. So having the accountability of the meetings, hearing other people's perspectives and their journeys, I think was really nice. And then the structure, like this is, like there's so many people that you have worked with, have coached. So there's like a scientific like background to it. There is, okay, this is phase one, this is phase two, like that guidance. I think all of it was so, so helpful for me.
Absolutely, because you really just don't know where to start. I remember looking at my stack of study books and just feeling sick to my stomach. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And
No, I really
thankfully,
wouldn't have known where to start. Like
yeah,
choosing like what company to use for like exam materials and like even that help, even helping getting help with that decision, you know? Like I think it was so just someone to like lean on, someone to like guide, someone to like hold your hand. Like I think it was so, so helpful.
absolutely. From literally start to finish. And that's
Yeah.
one of the things I love when I get someone who's like kind of green.
Yeah.
It's like we're able to just help mold everything from the start. We help you find the right program, helping you then to utilize our proprietary system, our snowball study method that I created. And then, of course, combining that with the group support,
Yes.
all of our special motivational events. Also, you frequently attended our virtual co-working sessions, which we call
Mhm.
parallel work sessions. How
Yeah.
did that also help you to stay on track?
I think it was, well, knowing that I wasn't alone, like, okay, yeah, I'm studying, but like, there's someone else there to just like, oh, okay, I know I'm like doing this with somebody else. So having that, like body doubling almost was
Hmm.
very nice.
Yeah, the body doubling is key.
Hmm.
Activates those mirror neurons, gets
Yeah.
us focused and, paying attention to what we're doing. It really does make all the difference. And helps you stay focused, not only on a neurological way, but like you said, the psychological and emotional of like, I'm not the only person studying for this test. Other
Yeah.
people are working through their own anxieties and life and balancing family and all the different things that we have to balance when we're doing this. And it just really does change the game quite a bit. Now, even with all of the support, though, it's still not an easy process. Life still throws us curveballs. And so, two questions. How long did you work with the program? And what were some of the hardest things and challenges that you had to overcome while preparing for the exam?
Yeah. So I started end of Feb and took the exam mid-November. So it was close to 9 months. I think the most difficult thing for me was like finding the time or like balancing studying with everything else. So it did like I was working full time. And then in the first year of my marriage, in the beginning I was doing long distance, then my husband moved to Chicago, so having to adjust to like living with somebody. I had traveled basically every month. Um, if not more than once. So with all of the life stuff, balancing that with the studying, I think was probably the most difficult.
Mhm.
Um, just finding the time to like actually focus, um, and like integrate the material while balancing everything else. I think it was honestly really hard. But I think it was like the commitment was there. And I think also like the discipline. Um
Mhm.
and the okay, I know I have a meeting. I have to share what I did. I think the accountability piece too.
Yeah, because there was no shortage of life transitions and things that you were going through, as
Yeah,
well as other unexpected, difficult things that came up
right.
during the journey. And I have never worked with someone who traveled as much as you did. And these were
Yeah,
big, major events that you had to travel for. I mean, we
yeah,
just couldn't, you could not go to those things. And you
right.
wanted to go,
Mhm.
they were important.
Exactly.
And so we had to extend your study journey.
Yeah.
And we had to just make space for it. So yeah, it's important that, when life is happening, that we have to make the necessary adjustments that we need to make
Hmm.
so that we can fit it all in.
Yeah, yeah.
And there were times where we had to slow down.
Yes. Yeah. Slow down, repeat a week, pause. And I think like for me, my thing was like, I don't care how long it takes as long as I pass the first time. That was really my like motto. And so when I couldn't meet like the study goals or when I couldn't do it and I had to kind of like make up, I was like fine with it because it was kind of like slow but steady.
Yeah, it really was slow and I always say slow and steady wins the race, and you
Yeah.
got there.
Hmm.
And I'm glad that you had that wisdom to just be like, I'm going to trust my coach. And if we have agreed that this week was just too crazy,
Yeah.
or I think there was even a period of like a few weeks somewhere there in your journey where it was like maybe 3 weeks or a month that some things happened and you just really had to take your foot basically all the way off the gas
Yeah.
because it just was no way that you were
Hmm.
going to be able to study. And we just had to make space for that. But sometimes people get so like, oh, I just want this done. I just want it over with now. That even when it's so clear that they should not be studying, they're still trying to push through and stick with the same timeline. And I think we moved your timeline at least once or twice, didn't we?
I genuinely thought that I was like, oh yeah, I'll get this done like summer, no problem. And I'm like, oh no, summer has been like a couple months now. But I think that was the thing where I was like, okay, it is what it is, like you have to adjust and like I wasn't gonna take it if you didn't think I was ready. Because it's too much money.
Oh my God, so
I
much money.
no, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, and what made you trust because it's so interesting as helpers, right? Every day we go to work and we ask people to trust us
Yeah.
with their trauma, with their pain, with their mental health. I mean, it's a huge thing. But
Hmm.
we as helpers, sometimes when we need help, it
Yeah.
is not easy to trust. And this is a big deal. I mean, this is a lot of money. This
Yeah.
is your career. I mean, it is a huge thing that you are asking someone to help you with. So it is totally understandable. But I do want to know what made you be like, okay, I'm going to trust this coach and this program.
Yeah. I think part of it was like the snowball method, like all these things that were had so much like research behind. I think it was the like I could see the results. I could see like, okay, yeah, this makes sense. I think you're also very trusting, like I felt like, okay, yeah, and then seeing all like the other people in like the group cohort like working together and like so I yeah, I think it was all of that combined.
Yeah, a little bit of everything together just helped you to take a deep breath and like lean into it a
Yeah.
bit because
Yeah,
it
like
is
the fact that
scary.
I don't have to create the study plan myself. Like I don't have to like think about all that I can follow something that someone has created that has worked for so many people that has like it made it almost like easy to do because I was like I don't have to think about it. I just have to follow it. And like each week I'm gonna get feedback on how to like pivot accordingly. And so I think it was yeah, it was almost easy to trust.
Yeah, all this, the community, the
Yeah.
plan, everything coming together, and the track record of the program
Yeah.
itself
Exactly.
helped
Yeah.
helped as well, just
Right.
to feel
Yeah.
like, okay, I can trust this. Is there anything that you wish that you would have done differently in this journey?
Um, I think something that I learned about myself was my like anxious tendencies, which I didn't think I had. Or I guess I didn't realize I had them to that level. So I think implementing some anxiety management sooner maybe is something I would have done. Um, and I think like towards the end, I was like, I just want to get this over with. Like, I'm so ready to get this exam done with. So I think maybe if I could even like push up my exam like 2 weeks, I would have done that. Um, and I think if I could have, I would have traveled less, but I
Right.
couldn't. Um, so but I would say other than that, I felt very like, I think my journey it happened the way it was supposed to
Yeah,
happen.
it did. And it all worked out.
Yes.
Oh,
So
I'm
it
just
did.
so happy that you got that experience of being one and done. And because that's what we want. We want more of that. We want to see more
Yeah.
people getting help, from the beginning
Hmm.
so that they don't have to go through so much heartache if it's at all avoidable.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, what would you tell someone who maybe is like you were, they're just out of school, it's been a year or two, they're like, oh, shoot, yeah, I got to study for that thing. And they're just like, I don't know where to start. Do I need coaching? I don't know. What would you say to them?
I would say just like have a meeting with you. Like, like just ask your questions, and like then decide. But if like I know myself and like I needed the structure, like I needed like that's what worked well for me. And so coaching wasn't like what I needed. But if someone is like, oh, I can be disciplined on my own and all this stuff, I'm like, okay, go for it. That's not me. But have the meeting and like ask, why not? Like get your information.
Absolutely. We do offer the free Q&A sessions, which I
Yeah,
remember
that's
you
what I
went
did.
to,
Yes,
and
yeah.
that really helped just to like learn more about the program, how it
Yeah.
works, express all your concerns and questions, and then make an informed decision from there. And I remember now you actually saw someone
Yeah,
in
the
the
video, I saw her
Q&A.
video. Yeah.
Absolutely. You saw a clip of a testimonial of a former classmate, which I'm
Yeah.
sure definitely helped to give some additional,
Hmm.
like, okay, maybe I can trust this. So
Yes.
I
Yeah.
am so glad that you did. I'm just so glad that you leaned into it and let us help you. And now you're on the other side, and we're literally just waiting for that piece of paper to come.
I know. Yeah.
And then it's all done. So, now that this is all behind you and you're free from the EPPP, what's next? Like, what are a couple both professional as well as personal things that you're excited for now that this is behind you?
Um, so much. I think I am really looking forward to supervising like other clinicians. I also want to like teach. So maybe like at a community college. I think that's kind of where I want to start. Um, and then potentially like in the future open my own practice or like entertain that idea. I am also, so that's all professional. Personal, I am happy to get like a pay raise. Like I think the money is great. Well, it would be nice. And then also like I felt after the exam, I was like, wow, I have so much space in my like so much free time. I like have so much space in my brain to like do whatever I want. So I want to do hobbies. I want to like now entertain more of like the right side of my brain, like the creative aspect. Take some like fun classes and also like do nothing. Like
Just,
that also
yep.
just sounds nice.
I mean, so the time that we're filming this, Thanksgiving just happened.
Yeah.
And I spent 4 days just like laying there
Mm-hmm.
doing nothing. I binged a really great miniseries,
Mm-hmm.
spent time with loved ones, and just really did a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
with no feeling of like, oh, I should get back to studying, or oh,
Mhm.
I can only take today, then tomorrow I've got to get back on it. There
Yeah.
was just none of that.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Like I have a break today, like from work for like a couple of hours between clients. And like I was like, oh, this would have been my study time. But now it's just my chill time.
It's Manise time.
Yeah.
And from now and forevermore, your
Mhm.
free time will be spent doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
Amazing. I'm
Yeah.
so excited. I'm just so happy that you found us, that you were connected, that you had so much support around you, guiding you to us. I'm glad that you did the program, and I'm glad that you're done now.
Thank you. I am very glad as well for the whole journey.
Yes, so we wish you nothing but tons of prosperity, freedom, and lots of continued adventures.
Thank you. Thank you.